All right, I am here live. I know enough to shut my volume off so I don't hear myself echoing back this time, which is great. Um, Thank you for watching. I am basically going to be coming on Facebook Live a lot more to be responding to comments and questions, actually questions that come up on my blog. And so now I'm looking at my page, hoping that this video shows up. Maybe I'll have to refresh the screen because I want to share it with my Facebook group, Thriving in Business and Love, which I would love to invite you to if you are not already a member of it. And this is a theme that I want to talk about, not cheating so much, but all right, there's my live stream. Let me see if I can share this. Bear with me. I have to get more fluent with this. There's an article that my husband sent me about how therapists, now I will just say this, I'm, oh gosh, I don't want to like and comment Mr. Nivkadel. Anything that I share in these sort of answers, and I should probably put a disclaimer about this, like this is not professional advice. This is just me, speaking from my heart and answering questions that come up in terms of like what I see might be the best solution, but this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not professional advice. Come on, share already. Share to share. So I just want to share this over, and I apologize, this is taking a little while. This is not share in a group. This does not substitute professional on cheating. Possibly get what to do. Okay, sorry. Yeah, this is not like medical, professional, psychological advice by all means. And I was saying that my husband shared with me this article about how therapists are kind of like out of touch. Many of them are out of touch with all of the social media in terms of like just new stuff that comes up, like, and I know that when I, like all of the different, like I'm not very familiar myself as with all the dating apps and things like that. I mean, I think bare minimum, but when people have come to me and talk about the dating apps, like I have to get a little education from them too. Anyway, let me just dive right in, okay? Sometimes people settle for things in their relationships, in their businesses, in their lives, regarding their health, at work. People tolerate things because they think they have no other choice. And sometimes they say, well, it's better than the alternative, which is nothing, right? This comes up a lot when people are, thinking about, the rates that they want to charge in business, that kind of thing. If you're here, give me a shout, say hello. And in today's session, today's Q&A, I'm getting more and more blog comments. So I thought I'm going to answer it in a video for the person who wrote in, who may not see this on Facebook, but I will share it on the blog as well. So I wanted to answer this question for somebody who thinks that her partner is cheating. And so she writes in and she says, if anybody's watching this, give me a shout. Let me know where you're at. I will see it in a minute. I'm actually not looking at the page right now. I'm going to read her comment. If you have any advice, feedback, thoughts, please share with as well so I can pass it along to her and maybe we can help her out. Here's how I feel. Okay, so here's what she writes. Hi, I'm in a relationship and I don't feel loved all the time. I feel like he is cheating. We don't make love that much anymore. I feel like the TV is more important lately. He loves to be with me outside, but inside he hardly even talks to me. I try to make love to him more to make him feel good, but he only wants it when he wants it. I'm saying that I don't usually give it to him because of the way I feel, but when he tries, I do give it to him, but he hardly tries anymore. I also feel like he is talking to someone on Facebook. I think he has another name he is using connected to his Facebook. Can you do that? Because I found something on his phone, but I'm not very good with how the whole Facebook thing works. All right, this question was in response to a post I wrote on what you do when you're feeling invisible to your partner. And I have quite a few things to say about this. Let's start with the easy thing, the Facebook. Yeah, I'm sure you can create a separate profile with Facebook, and he very well may be cheating. Um, that's really not the main concern here, though, because if you feel like there's a possibility that your partner might be cheating, therein lies a bigger issue in and of itself. Um, and I wanted to ask whoever's, if you wrote this, I'm going to post it on the post itself. It sounds like, I think what happens a lot is that, people try to contort themselves to make their partners happy. Here I hear you're saying, well, you're like, I know he likes sex, so I'm giving him sex. I'm trying to do it, right? And you feel like he's not with you. He doesn't really care about you. He doesn't really talk to you. He kind of ignores you. You're obviously feeling invisible, right? And so, in the post that I wrote, I talked about how when a lot of people feel invisible, they turn things up, they get louder, they get angry, they say, I will make you pay attention to me. And it sounds like in this situation, you're kind of doing like, I'll do whatever it takes for you to like pay attention to me and to love me, right? I'll do whatever it takes, anything for you. And it's funny because, this is, you're not the only person. I just want you to know you're not alone with this. You're not alone really willing to do backbends, to do whatever you can to please your partner. And yet you have got this kind of like sense that maybe he's not being faithful, maybe he's cheating, maybe he's got this alter identity on Facebook and he's connecting to somebody on Facebook and you're checking on his phone. It doesn't feel good, right? There's a big elephant in the room. And I mean, what would happen? And again, this is not psychological advice. I mean, my advice for anybody who leaves a comment on my blog and asks me what to do about their relationship situation is to get some confidential help. That's always my answer because, situations are sometimes so complex, and obviously the solution that I could give you is an easy one for me to say, like, oh, if you think your partner's cheating on you, then confront him and talk to him about it. And if he denies it and you don't know what else to do, then, get some help together for it. And, I mean, there could be a million different sort of like, here's what to do kind of things. But if it were that easy, right, we'd all, just be robots. And so the complexities that we each bring into our own lives and situations make every kind of predicament a little bit unique. And I'm sure yours is as well. So I guess the first thing I want to let you know is that you're not alone with this, but it is a problem for you to feel this kind of unease in your relationship. And a lot of people, I guess I wanted to speak to the fact that a lot of people will contort themselves or go to the ends of the world to try to keep the other person happy because you're afraid of losing them. And that's never gonna work in a relationship. As long as you're not being who you are and, trying to be someone who you're not and trying to force something, you're just going to be doing that and doing that and doing that. And your partner's not really going to get you as a result. Like, he's not going to have you. He's going to have this person who's trying to make him so happy. That's not the person that I would imagine he fell for in the first place. And the goal isn't to hang on to somebody. Any great relationship, there has to be the sort of willingness to let it go, right? I mean, look, I'm rambling, but I know for a lot of people, I'm just going to hop on over to the Facebook. I know for a lot of people, there's a fear that, well, if I let this go, then I'll get nothing, then I'll have nothing. And on some level, none of us want to be alone, right? I mean, because it is tantamount, and not really, like if we, I'm just, it's too much to say at once. In relationships, a lot of people start acting all sorts of, in ways that are ultimately self-sabotaging because they're reacting against this fear of being alone, right? They're reacting against this primal fear of being disconnected, which as a whole, if we are disconnected and separate and alone and isolated and lonely, like that's actually very bad for us. But you can stay connected without being in a relationship with somebody. And it's almost like that disconnect is going to be even more, I just got distracted, but that disconnect is going to be even stronger than ever if you're in a relationship with somebody and totally disconnected from yourself because you're doing whatever you can to try to keep that person. So, all right, if you think that your partner is cheating, first of all, yes, it is possible to create a fake identity on Facebook, okay? And second of all, he very well may be cheating. third of all, even if he's not cheating, there's obviously a problem here, and you're feeling concerned, and you're feeling not attended to, and I want to ask you if you can start paying more attention to yourself, if you can start, um, really staying connected with yourself, so that some of these like more raw primary feelings you can allow them to kind of come up, so that you can either express them to him, or you can connect to somebody else, like a counselor, a therapist, somebody that can really help you sort this out, so that you can create the kind of relationship that you want, whether it's with him, whether it's with somebody else, ultimately also with yourself. So I hope this is helpful. If you're watching, and if you have any other feedback for this person who wrote in, let me know. I see a couple people are here. Who are you? Where are you from? I need to be connected. I don't want to just be a talking head. That's what I got. I'm going to share on the blog. If you have any questions, I have like 400 plus comments on my blog. I'm not going to address them all. I've actually responded to, I think, all of them via text or, typing. But I'm starting to answer them via Facebook Live. So if you've got questions or comments, if you want a wealth of resources on your relationship, mybestrelationship.com. We're starting to categorize the posts. Please check it out if you have questions about that. And, connection, the cure is always in the connection to yourself, to your relationships, to other people, to your business, to everything, to the universe itself. So I want to thank you for being here. And I always get thrown in terms of how to sign out from this thing because I'm using different software. All right. Thank you. Bye.